We're back. We're gonna re-kick off these mock drafts. We had a little bit of technical difficulty, but if you're watching for the first time on a replay, you don't really care about that. You're here for the mock drafts. Well, that's okay. We're here for that too. And buckle up. I'll be dropping the link in just T-minus like 20 seconds. We'll be getting into these mock drafts and doing it live, doing multiple mock drafts. Don't worry. We won't just do one. We'll do several mock drafts. So buckle up. Let's ride. Dropping link in about 4 seconds here. Once I click on this, hold on, give me 1 second. Here's the link, dropping it. Boom. Hit that thumbs up on your way in the door. We had like 70, 80 people in here. Hopefully everybody cycles back in. Total craziness, freezing going on. So hopefully we're back and good to go now. Codes in here. Terry, Avi, Cuddy, Jimmy, Wolf, Todd, Luke, Sebastian, Tyson. We're ready to rumble. Start draft. Boom. Go. We won't mess around with... I tried using my phone. I tried using the iPad. I thought maybe it'd be a little bit better viewing experience. I was obviously wrong. I was dead wrong. Take a lap for me. Even trying that. Okay, I'm up. 25 seconds to go. It went Swift number 2. I mean, get your guy, boy. That's crazy high. Let's go with Jamar Chase from this 3 spot and try and do a wide receiver in round 1. But Swift, that's the highest I've seen Swift go. It doesn't surprise me, Cuddy. You're always drafting somebody a little high, but I mean, make your statement, man. Stick to your guns. Look, bottom line of Swift is...
to the moon.
He's heading to the moon. He's heading to the moon, young man. So I don't blame you one single bit for liking Swift. I just don't know that you want to set a precedent that you're taking him at freaking 2 overall, because that is not where his ADP belongs, bro. Broski. Definitely way too high. I wouldn't set any precedents there. Went Taylor, Swift, Jamar Chase, Najee Harris, JJ, Cooper Kupp, McCaffrey, and Lammy boy, Lamb Chops, Eckler. Man, I can't believe Swift number 2. He could be top 5 by September. I don't hate it. It's just, it's high. Like, I don't know that you want to be sending him there. I don't think we want his ADP up that high. Oliver, what's up, pal? T-Bone, Andrew, who was first in the building? We got 33 of you back. We had 70, 80 people in here. I hated to end the stream. Swift, you take late first. For right now, Avi, we don't want to force that 2 overall. That's really high. I like it. I like him, though. You know, like, if he climbs there, I don't think I'll take him that high, but I understand it. Smitty, what's up, media? Smitty, where are you drafting Mitchell? Because I think the 49ers are going back to rotating backs. Late 5th round, early 6th round, like I've been telling you all along, media. He's great there, but he's not some 2nd round player you take in round 2. Finally you're seeing a little bit. You're taking off your Niner goggles and you're looking at it objectively. I appreciate you coming in here with the insight, though. But yeah, I definitely feel like they're gonna rotate. The question is, do they rotate mid game? No. Do they stick with one back at a time and then rotate when they decide they want to roll with them? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Josh Allen, Cooper Kupp. Wee bit early on Josh Allen, Terry, but I understand it. I understand it. Do I go Chubb here? I could go wide receiver. Let's take Chubb here. Let's see how we feel about this team. What's up, Tanner? Tanner in the hizzy. Smitty. Terry, team fire so far. Yeah, it is. I mean, you can't complain about Josh Allen. But it is a little bit early, but doesn't mean that I don't like it. Doesn't mean it's not a decent pick. Like in the end, he's gonna deliver. But it's all about ADP. Swift or McCaffrey. Andrew, I'm not drafting McCaffrey high. Swift, I would take Swift over McCaffrey. Swift's like 8 overall. Not that he doesn't deserve to be top 5. Not that I wouldn't take him top 5. I definitely would. Definitely could. Definitely would. But if push comes to shove, it's Swift for me. It's Swift for me. Andrews at 2.12. Not loving that. Cuddy. Taking Keenan out. Cuddy, we're going to start calling you King Reacher. Keenan Allen. I haven't seen Keenan Allen going around 2 in a long time, Cuddy. It's been a couple months, at least. What's Cuddy going to do here? I haven't seen Amari Cooper go at 3.2 in about 4 months, Cuddy. Those are 3 reaches back to back. Like, it's one thing to reach on Swift. I understand that. It makes sense. It's arguable. I'm not mad at it. But 3 reaches in a row, pal? Let's try Kyle Pitts again, because I wanted to do that in the last mock, and then I had to bail and try and figure out my stream. So let's go back to Pitts and see if Pitts is too early at 3.3. I kind of think already it's too early. God, I still can't get over Cuddy. I haven't seen 3 back-to-back-to-back reaches like that in my life, and I've been doing this 20 years. No, I shouldn't say that. It's not that crazy, but it's borderline crazy, bro. Keenan Allen and Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper might not even have a quarterback. I still appreciate you, Cuddy. Who's Cuddy in here? Yeah, you do need to take a lap. I'm sorry, you just do. You do.
Take a lap.
You needed to take a lap, bro. You needed to take a lap. I'm sorry. Who's Cuddy? Speak up. Who is this? Is it T-Bone? T-Bone, are you Cuddy? I forget. I always forget. You guys have different names everywhere. I don't know who's who. How could I know? How could I remember that? Cuddy gonna have Jarvis Landry before it's all over. Jarvis Landry in the 4th round. Cuddy. Okay, T-Bone. It is T-Bone. I love T-Bone, though. Can I just say T-Bone to me as a person and as a follower, as a viewer, as a YouTube audience member, as a soldier of the show, can I just say...
You've just been Smitty approved.
I got all these... Bear with me real quick. I got to change this right here. I unplugged the camera and everything's like all jacked up. So I need to fix that real quick. It's driving me nuts. Let's do that one more time. Cuddy.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Cuddy as a person. T-Bone as a person, as a viewer. Even his knowledge. Smitty approve him. My tough love is there for a reason. Okay? I'm not going to be like Tyreek Hill, where Tyreek Hill's going to come out and give second place trophies to everybody. Hey, Tua, here's a ribbon. Tua's better than Mahomes. I'm not going to do that. Cuddy. I'm going to tell you when you messed up. And you messed up 3 times in a row. I like Swift. Had you gone back on track of picking safe picks, I would have been like, you know what, Cuddy put his balls on the line and drafted Swift. But Keenan Allen is not a second rounder. And Amari Cooper, I wouldn't draft Amari Cooper in the entire 3rd round. And I feel real uncomfortable when I draft him in the 4th round. Makes me uncomfortable. Makes me blush. I don't think Atlanta offense will be good enough for Pitts that early. Maybe Avatar, and I mentioned that when I drafted him. I agree. I just wanted to try it. You know, everybody yells at me for not doing quarterback early, so here I am. Here I am, knocking on the door of early tight end. Did I say quarterback? Early tight end drafting. I'm knocking on the door. I'm gonna see who opens up. It's Kyle Pitts. Okay, let's take him. Boom. Oh, Cuddy. Cuddy. Let's see what Cuddy does here. Cuddy impressed me with this fourth drafted player. All right, I'm going to be on the clock here in a couple seconds. What do? What do I do? I've got one running back. I've got one wide receiver. I've got a tight end. I know what I'm going to do. If I get in a bind, I know what I'm doing. Man, I love when Waddle used to be here. I love when Waddle used to be sitting right here. Connor's not horrible. You know what? Best player available. Look, Pitts is early. Pitts was my reach, and, I telegraphed it to see if it's, you try out things. Look, Cuddy's trying something out too. Cuddy, in your defense, you're trying something out. But you got to admit, I did take, technically speaking, the best player available. And you have to also admit, this team still looks pretty darn good. Like, it's a top 5 team. Jamar Chase, Nick Chubb, Kyle Pitts, Joe Burrow. Like, even if you're not an early quarterback drafter and Joe Burrow at 4.10 is considered early quarterback drafting to a lot of the quarterback haters. I love Joe Burrow there. I love Joe. That's almost 5th round value. Joe Burrow could have 40 touchdowns in 2022. Like, that's a fantastic pick. You're going to get a lot of people that still say that's early for Joe. Yeah, we got one here. First, last says Burrow too early. No. For you, and that's okay. We're all different. I love Joe Burrow. I love Joe Burrow at 4.10. I love him even more. Schultz is way too... Look, I'm talking... Oh, my God, Schultz. You took Schultz as your 4th... Cuddy, what are you doing, bro? That's a 6-7 round steal. Dalton Schultz is my steal of the 6th and 7th round. You took... Oh, my God. It's 5 straight reaches, bro. Unbelievable. You're going to make me wake up the entire household, bro. Unbelievable. I've never seen someone execute 5 extremely late extremely crazy reaches. I'm thrown off. Like, I don't even know what to pick right now. I've never seen this in my entire life. 5 straight complete reach arounds. Like, this is insane. You get 5 laps, bro. You get 5. I'm going to give you the verbal one so I can keep talking and you can see the shock, the pure shock on my face.
Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap.
3.
Take a lap. Take a lap.
4.
Take a lap. Take a lap.
5.
Take a lap.
You know what's an irrelevant comment? Sleeper? This one. Schultz is good. Who's telling you Schultz is good? Me. Who's telling you? Who's the number 1 tight end ranker in all of the entire fantasy football industry according to Fantasy Pros over the last 3 years? 2 out of the last 3 years, I finished number 1 out of every analyst in the entire fantasy football industry. Don't tell me, Sleeper, that Schultz is good. I tell you he's good. I'm the one who knocks when it comes to Dalton Schultz. And I'm telling everybody until I'm blue in the face, he's my number 3 tight end overall. I think he could score number 3 overall. Yeah, I tried Pitts out here. I'm doing different mock drafts from different spots. But you can't tell me Dalton Schultz is good, Sleeper, but you don't take him at 4.11. And this is a completely irrelevant comment as well from my boy Cuddy, who I totally Smitty approve. I love Cuddy as a person, even as a football drafter. Like, what? Hurts is going to be number 1 QB, Herbert number 2. Let's pretend this is true. And I love Hurts. Top 5 or 6, top 5 or 7. He could definitely produce like that. It doesn't matter if he's going to be number 1 T-Bone. You don't take him that high because he's going to be number one in your mind. You have to learn to use ADP to your advantage, Cuddy. You can't just go out and say, well, he's going to be good. I'm going to take him. Schultz, no one's higher on Schultz than me. Stop trying to one-up me by drafting him at 4.11, T-Bone. God. I've never seen 5 reaches like this before in my life. Unbelievable. Okay. Yeah, Hurts is a reach at 5.2. He's absolute. Look, Sindhu, it's not that he can't earn that. You're preaching to the choir, bro. You're preaching to the choir. I know Hurts is going to be this good. You can't draft him at 5.2. People are ripping on Burrow at 4.10. He's too early. Every single one of these picks is look, Swift is almost a round too early. Doesn't matter what he's going to do. Doesn't matter. That's why ADP's there, so you can take advantage of it. Not draft off it. Take advantage of it. A round early, DeAndre Swift. Keenan Allen, a round and a half early, at least. Amari Cooper, an entire round early, at least. Dalton Schultz, probably 2 rounds early. Hurts, at least a round early. There is literally like an entire draft has been like left in the rear view based on every single one of these reaches. I mean, I'm only here with tough love. I love T-Bone. T-Bone?
You've just been Smitty approved.
Still appreciate you. All right, let's go over these teams. Oh man, I'm a little thrown off is all. Taylor, Mark Andrews, AJ Brown, Fournette, DJ Moore. Cuddy, I've already talked about this. We don't need to go over it again. Look, I admit I didn't love the Pitts pick. But I still love that team. It's still a really good team. Chase, Chubb, Pitts, Burrow, Brown, little weak at running back 2. We'll see what I have. Or we can imagine what I'd have. Najee Harris, Tyreek Hill, Aaron Jones, Kyler, Jacobs. Interesting squad. I like it. Jefferson, Hall, Barkley, Deontay, Connor, Kupp, Allen, ETN, Waller, Mitchell. Pretty interesting, Terry. I like that. It's not bad. Waller's a little early for me. I think he can be like ETN's a tad early, but that's where he's going to climb. That's his natural ADP in a month from now is going to be 3.5. So, but hopefully we get him later. I knew that as soon as we went live tonight, he'd go in the 3rd round as a staple. ETN to the moon.
To the moon.
ETN to the moon. No question about it. Totally worth a 3.5 when it happens. Let's not force it, though. Let's not force it. We don't want to force that bad boy. Let's see what Michael says. That's the thing, drafting on the end. You're either accepting the value that falls to you or you're reaching because, yeah, but right, Michael, but you can't reach on every pick or you end up just leaving like a whole, couple rounds on the table. Like when you look at the squad, you say to yourself, okay, it looks like someone removed his 2nd and 3rd round draft selections and then let him start again in round 4. That's what happens when you reach like crazy. It looks like someone just went in and raptured his 2nd and 3rd round picks, took them from him like stealing his lunch money and said, you can draft in the 4th round, but not on the 2nd and 3rd. He takes Swift, then he comes back in the 4th and starts off strong again. Grabs Keenan Allen, grabs Amari Cooper, grabs Dalton Schultz in round 6. Yeah, you took 2 rounds out. Swift is a 1st rounder. Allen's a 4th. Cooper's a 4th or a 5th. Dalton Schultz is a 6th or a 7th. Hurts is a 6th or a 7th. Boom. You know what I mean? I don't mind this team. Don't mind that team. McCaffrey, Mixon, Evans, Monty, St. Brown. Okay. Lamb, Kelsey, Herbert, Walker, Dobbins. That's pretty good. It's interesting there. I like that team. Eckler, Cook, Metcalf. I like the 3 there. Make sure you cuff Madison later if you're doing a real draft. Judy, Mike Thomas. I don't like Mike Thomas, but it's understandable there, I guess. But I wouldn't do it. Javonte, Kamara, McLaurin, Higgins, Hawkinson. That's a sneaky team there, Luke. Samuel, Henry. If Henry works out, this is a great team. Really like that team. If Henry works out, I don't know that he will. The mileage is through the roof. Henry works out. This will be a top 3 team if it works out. Here we go. This is my favorite draft slot, man. Adams, Diggs, Gibby. Not too early. It's bookend. You could call this your 4th round pick and say Waddle is the 3rd. Adams, Diggs, Gibby, Waddle, Jackson. I like it. And you get another pick right now. I like it. I like that. All right, let's roll again. Let's rock again. Copy said link. I'm gonna go from Cuddy's spot, that 2 spot. We got to redo that one. Cuddy, if you get in again, I want you to impress me. Okay? I want you to impress me big time on this one, bro. Oh man, that was crazy. Cuddy's in. Cuddy's in. Cuddy to the moon.
To the moon.
All right, T-Bone. All right, here we go. We're rolling. 5, 4, 3, 2, start. Tan, you are up. JT. I'm going Najee here. The Cuddy spot. the two holes now called the Cuddy spot. Draft him from the Cuddy. Draft him from the Cuddy. You know what I love about T-Bone? Cuddy, a.k.a. Cuddy? Good sport. Thick skin. Cuddy's a beast. Okay? There's one thing Cuddy's not going to do is fold. There's one thing Cuddy's not going to do is run away. Cuddy's Smitty approved.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Now I'm going to tear the Cuddy spot up and show Cuddy how you cut up a Cuddy spot. The Cuddy in the hole, in the Cuddy hole. Don't worry, I'm not taking Schultz from you anywhere near that 4 pick. I love Schultz, bro. I love Schultz. Like, why T-Bone? Why you got to draft him ahead of where I've ever drafted him higher? You trying to one up me? When Fantasy Pros comes out and says, okay, the number 1 tight end ranker again is Smitty for 2022. You trying to say, okay, Smitty, you weren't the highest person in the nation on Dalton Schultz? Is that your whole point in taking him at 4.112, bro? Is it to one up me? Give Cuddy his own soundtrack. Cuddy might need his soundtrack. Cuddy, we're going to make you a character on the show, bro. Congratulations. You've made it, bro. You've made it. You've made it. I'm looking in this camera. I'm sorry. You've made it, Cuddy. we got to think of a song for him, though. Cuddy! Reach, 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 reach. Reach around the bend. Do the Cuddy. Do it right. Draft. Reach all night. I am Cuddy. I reach real good. I reach real good like you know we should. Oh. Cuddy, you are famous. Lamb, Cook, Adams, Williams, love it. Love that 12 pick. Love that 12 pick. Pitts way early. Where'd Pitts go? I don't see Pitts on the board, bro. I don't know what you're talking about there, Anthony. Are you like way behind on the stream, bro? I think Anthony may have paused the stream. Pitts hasn't gone yet. Cuddy, reach around the bend to the end. Cuddy's here to reach real good. Do the Cuddy. That's good too. Cuddy, see, Cuddy's okay with this. He's fine. T-Bone, his name's T-Bone. T-Bone Cuddy. He goes by both. T-Bone has such thick skin that you can't even reach around. Do the Cuddy. What's his question here? Jimmy says, Smitty, how much do you have to take to take intake QB when drafting wide receiver. I don't know what that means, Jimmy. Ask Cuddy. he knows. Hit that thumbs up. You guys, we're almost at 60 people again. I'm almost on the clock here. Man, you guys are crazy. Now I've got to reach for somebody. There you go, Cuddy. I'm reaching. But I didn't reach at my first spot. I'll reach a little bit with this second spot. See, I think this spot makes you reach. Josh Allen, Jonathan Taylor. I feel like a college whistling type of song is good for Cuddy's theme song. Like a should I go Herbs here? Or should I go Mark Andrews and do another? Should tonight be Smitty trying out the early tight end approach? Because I never do it. People give me grief about it. They say, Smitty, why don't you ever draft a tight end early? Can you show me how to draft a tight end early? I don't draft tight ends early. I draft Dalton Schultz. Unless Cuddy's in my league, I draft Dalton Schultz in the 6th and 7th round. You know what I mean? I draft Dalton Schultz in the 6th and 7th round unless Cuddy's in my draft when he's drafting him in the 4th. So I don't go early tight end, but let's try it. Way too early on Metcalf, says Fantasy Dog. I don't know that I hate that. Look, if Metcalf's your third drafted player, whether it's 3.1 or 3.12, I don't hate it. I understand a lot of people aren't going to like it. That's why he falls. But ultimately, I mean, he's not wrong. Fantasy Dog's not wrong. A lot of times you can get DK Metcalf in the 4th round. And I think that's where you win leagues. Like you get him at 4.4, 4.5, 4.3, 4.12, 5.1. You can win a league with DK Metcalf there, especially if Baker gets cut tomorrow and signs with Seattle, which is something I predict to very, very, could be very possible. Then everybody's going to be like, oh my God, what a steal, we got DK. But I'm telling you that's going to happen, Fantasy Dog. It's a very high likelihood. If Baker gets cut, he's got a really high likelihood of landing in Seattle. And then DK Metcalf, people stole DK Metcalf it'll be the month of stealing DK Metcalf is what we'll coin the month. All of June and May will be stealing DK Metcalf months. But I understand, Fantasy Dog. You make a good point. It's early. You're right. But Tan couldn't have waited. But then again, Tan, maybe you don't draft DK at 3.1 if you want to wait. But I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I'm not against that pick. I don't think that's a bad pick. I think it's early for some. It's fine. I think it's a Cuddy move. His name is Cuddy. He's the man. The man with the reach around plan. Get what I did there? Reach around. You're reaching a... you reach around early. I want us to get something, but probably not happening. I want us to get something. What are you talking about there? I don't know what you mean, bro. I better start queuing some people. I'm whistling the Cuddy song. I'm gonna be honest, Cuddy. I might have to reach again. Just because I think Tan's going to snipe me. I have no wide receivers yet. No wide receiver strategy right here in full effect. From the reach spot, Kenneth Walker, 4.11. I felt it fitting. Cuddy, I'm going to tell you right now, I do feel like it is a reach spot. I don't think you're wrong. I think, you reach 5 times. I don't know if that's necessary, but it is a spot where you do have to reach. I think Hollywood Brown would be a pretty decent wide receiver 1 in this scenario. I don't know that I love going wide receiver in the 5th round and not attacking the position. Maybe I'll try and do this with a JJ or Jamar Chase from the 1.2. Let's run it back. It's not a bad squad. I mean, I don't love it. It's not my favorite team ever, but it's not a bad squad going no wide receiver. I don't like the way it makes my team feel going Andrews. I just feel like, look, if you want to try any other approach, you want to deviate from a balanced approach at all, I feel like going Andrews just limits you, because then when I wanted to go running back with the first, second, and fourth drafted spots, it puts you in a bind. I'd just rather get Dalton Schultz in the 6th or 7th round, or Knox or Freiermuth or whatever, later. I just much rather. I just don't like Andrews. I don't like Andrews early. I don't like Kelsey early. I like Kelsey I would have taken Kelsey at this end of the 2nd round, maybe, sure. But I don't like early tight end drafting at all. Some people don't like early quarterback drafting. Give me Knox, give me Schultz, give me Freiermuth, give me a bunch of these guys, give me Kyle Pitts if he does fall to round 4. It probably won't, but if he did, I'd take Kyle Pitts. But Tan Man, Jonathan Taylor, Josh Allen, DK, JK Pittman, interesting squad. Najee, Breece Hall, Andrews, Walker, Hollywood Brown. I like it. It's top 6 maybe to me, but it's not the number 1 team. But that's why we mock draft, right? That's why we mock draft. Yeah, wait on a tight end is my approach. Smitty, was there ever... What's it say? 49 says, was there ever a time before where big rookies that folded their rookie year? Yeah, rookies fold. I mean, Clyde folded. But, then Najee didn't. I mean, you can't use that, as a lot of people like to use it as a fear tactic. Media's got Cup, Kamara, Keenan Allen, Akers, Lance. You reached on Lance a little bit because he will fall. But we do 5 rounds, and a lot of people want to have a quarterback, so they force it a little early. Herbert, Eckler, A.J. Brown, Aaron Jones, Deontay, Mike Williams. Not bad. Jefferson, Evans, Connor, Mitchell, Waller. Todd took Chase, Hill, Pitts, Gibby, Judy. I like that. It's a good balanced squad. I just worry about Hill for some reason. I can't pinpoint it. I just feel like Hill's going to, especially with all this talk about him loving Tua, I think it's going to end badly. I don't know. I fear injury with him. Soft tissue, speed guy, hamstring. I think D. Jackson. I don't know. I don't know if it'll be this year, but maybe in the next year. I'm just in Dynasty, I'm taking Waddle over Hill. I don't know why I'm fearing this about Hill. Changing teams, like McCaffrey, Debo, Herbert, Monty, Schultz. Schultz around early, but I still love that squad. Like that's if McCaffrey works out, you're balling. But McCaffrey has to stay healthy. But that's decent, bro. Mixon, Chubb, Burrow, Waddle, Hawkinson. I like that. It's a good squad, Isong. I'd rather have Swift instead of Mixon here. But that's just me. I get it. Swift, Kelsey, ETN, DJ Moore, Antonio Brown. What are we doing, Cuddy? What? Cuddy. AJ Brown's not even on a team. You see how it's blank right here? What are you doing? He's not trolling for those that think he's trolling. What are we doing, Cuddy? Cuddy, this isn't bad. This team, you're doing pretty good here. Swift, Kelsey, ETN. You know, I like him in the fourth, but look, he's going to climb to the third. This will be a staple. ETN in the third round is going to be a staple soon enough. DJ Moore, little bit of a reachy poo, but like, hey, you know what? He's talented. I almost overlooked that. Antonio Brown. Okay, here we go. This is Fantasy Dog. You're my boy. Okay, so don't take this the wrong way. Irrelevant comment. He's coming. Doesn't matter if he's coming back. This isn't where you draft. You can get him in the last round. Most people will not draft Antonio Brown. Raise your hand if you're drafting Antonio Brown at all. I just want to know, T-Bone, what's your reasoning here? You can't say he's going to come back. Doesn't matter. That's an irrelevant statement. I'm sorry, Fantasy Dog, but it's an irrelevant statement. Oh, he did answer it. He is coming back. It doesn't matter if he's coming back. His ADP is 0. God. Okay, Cuddy, if you are messing around, I don't think you are, based on your other draft. But if you are messing around, don't ruin a mock draft like that. Okay. God. Henry, Diggs, Fournette, Higgins, Lamar, Wolf, Lamb, Cook, Barkley, Kittle, Elliott, Adams, Williams, Mahomes, McLaurin, Cooper. Now we're talking Jimmy boy. Give me this team right here. I love this 12 pick. I'm doing the 12 pick now. I'm jealous. I want to draft from the 12 pick. I'm drafting from the 12 pick. Cuddy, please take this entire draft seriously. We're trying to take it seriously, Cuddy. Please. Media Code, Motwell, Isong, Pats, Jimmy, Todd. Cuddy didn't make it in. All right. And Cuddy, I wasn't rooting for you not to get in. I didn't mean it that way. Yeah, don't do this either. Don't take Watson. Don't screw with the mock draft, T-Bone. Come on. Don't make me ban you from the mock drafts. I already Smitty approved you. Bro, this is the 4th draft I haven't been able to get in. I'm sorry, pal. There's only so much I can do. There's, by the way, there's 62 of you watching. Please hit the thumbs up. I can't send it to all 62 of you. Sandu says take Breeze. He might come back. Why'd you take Breeze in the 4th round? He might come back. He might come back. Could come back. Thanks, Oliver. If you have a little lag or slow computer, no way you're going to make it in, says T-Bone. Now you're speaking facts, T-Bone. Pure facts right there. T-Bone's back. He's back to being 100% accurate. Deshaun Jackson, bro, all day. No, Tanner. You're going to get banned from the mocks if you screw with the mock. Smitty, you should take Bree. Oh, I already read that one. Frank Gore in the 5th. No, stop. Okay, who am I going to go with? I love this draft slot. It's my favorite. The 12 pick, baby. The 12 pick. Let's go Adams. I just get a big smile on my face when I get the draft. Okay, we'll go Javonte and Adams, and I put Javonte at the 1.12 as principal, not a principal. You just can't go wrong from this 12 pick. I mean, you've got like 4 or 5 guys every time that you love, and you're like, I don't know who to pick. And then when it comes back around to the 3.12 and the 4.1, you got a grip of guys you absolutely love. Bro, I'm in a dynasty draft. Do you think Lance is a steal at 7.9? Yeah, I think that's a good spot. Like, people taking him in the 5th round, you can't do that. Media, you're making fun of T-Bone and you took Trey Lance at like 5.2. You can't do that. It's way too early, bro. You can just say, I'm drafting Lance. Let's go over these teams. Yours truly, Javonte and Adams. Love it. Mixon and Cook. Cuff Cook. Works. Cook could have a season he could, but he could also tear that shoulder. Smitty got offered ETN for Jameson Williams. I get ETN. You should definitely do it. I mean, take a lap for asking, because that's a no-brainer, and pat yourself on the back as you circle the track. Lamb and Diggs, very solid from the 1.9. I mean, you reached on Lamb, bro, a little bit, and you still got your guys. Like, that's phenomenal. This is where when you reach and you can't tell at the end. Like, you reach, you get Lamb and Diggs, and then you're like, how did I get Lamb? And like, it's like the perfect reach. It ends up working out in a weird way. You know what I mean? Like, when I look at that, I'm like, Lamb's early at 1.9, but it's phenomenal. Like, that's a phenomenal duo. Like, you're going to get a good player at 3.9, and you probably, in real life, you definitely would get a great player at 4.4 that's probably like top 15 capable. In our draft, we all kind of snipe each other. It may be one of those things where I'm going to evaluate your team, Wolf, and tell you in a real life scenario, you're going to see better breaks at the 3.9 and 4.4. So I love your approach, but, expect a better outcome in the 3rd and 4th round. But you could get sniped pretty hardcore in this draft, but we'll see. Todd's got Swift and Debo. Absolutely love that. God, that's a good team, man. Swift and Debo that late. Chubb and Eckler, we'll see what you do at wide receiver. I like it. Jefferson, Hill, Kupp, Kelsey, Andrews too early, but it's understandable. It's just not my cup of tea. Harrison, Kamara, and Metcalf, very strong code. If Kamara works out, doesn't get suspended or gets like 2 or 3 games, you're gonna ball, bro. Interesting media. I like it. I mean, you're banking on Henry, which is fine. I'm not doing it in a lot of leagues, but I get it. Taylor, Allen, Evans, pretty solid. Songs up. Brian. Smitty, are you doing the IG Expert League again where the fans choose players? Yes, we'll be. I'm trying to decide on one more replacement community because we had 2 or 3 people leave because they're busy at work or whatever. Because it takes a lot. I mean, it's not that people don't want to do it, but it's like having a baby, bro. It's a month straight of drafting, and it's a lot of work. And I think people get exhausted by it that are running pages, and they have to do a vote every time they're up. They have to kind of monitor and be on call for when they're up. It's a emotional roller coaster. So we had a couple people drop out. So I've just been trying to replace people, I love this spot. So Waddle's, a lot of times Waddle's my go-to here. DK, obviously. In this position, I've been really liking Gibby and God, I don't want to go Kenny Walker here because it just sets the wrong tone. I'm going to go Burrow here. And I know some of you thought Burrow is too early at 4.12. Well, chew on that. I love it. I love that team. You can't tell me. I mean, Gibby's a little bit of a wild card, at the 4th round turn. I mean, you could say Gibby in the 3rd, but it's the 4th round turn. Like, I consider this a 4th round pick. I could go Burrow, whatever way you want to look at it. But you could say it's a little bit of a reach. And I understand not everybody likes to go with a risky player that and I too am worried about Gibby, but at 4th round value, I feel like a lot of the Gibby concern is completely baked in at that point, like when you're talking about 5th round, 4th round, Gibby's not risky. He's just not. Because if you were taking him in the late 2nd, kind of like DK and Gibby, big discounts right now. Big discounts on both these guys. You're getting Gibby and DK at almost double, or it's like a 50% off. You could say, literally getting DK and Gibby at 50% off at about 4th round value. And yet people talk about Gibby and DK like they can't be 2nd round players still, and we're not counting on that. I'm not drafting them as a 2nd rounder. You'd be crazy to when their ADPs are low. Does Gibby even have a high ceiling or floor? Yeah, he does. Last year he's what do you rank? What was he last year? I mean, Gibby scored. We pulled it up on the live stream. I was even shocked when we figured out where he scored last year, and he had that bad shin all year. Let me pull up a league. Running backs, leaders, 2021 stats. Gibby was number 12. Injured all year. Yeah, Andrew 12th. Yep. I mean, that's good. That's good. To get the 12th scoring running back in a bad situation last year. At the like 4th round, it's pretty darn good. Question is, who's falling to me at this upcoming draft slot? Who's gonna be a part of Team Smitty in T-minus 22 seconds? I got thinned out. It's so thinned out. You guys are a bunch of snipers, man. Bunch of snipers, bro. Who am I gonna go? You know who I like? Not here. I probably wouldn't take him until the 6th or 7th round. Or 6th round, maybe. Elijah Moore. I think people are sleeping on Elijah Moore. I think Elijah Moore could be a fantastic 6th round pick. I like him a lot. I think St. Brown's an amazing 6th or 7th round pick. There we go. Dalton Schultz going to get... Guys, we're driving Dalton Schultz to the moon. Stop it. Try 6th round. Try 6th round. Maybe he's going to climb there. I don't know. You know, Waller's interesting here. I don't see running backs that I love, so we'll go Waller. So in the end, I got Javonte, Adams, Gibby, Burrow, Waller. That's very balanced. I've been drafting some balanced teams tonight. Normally, I stack them weird, you know. I guess my 3 running back team was kind of stacked weird. Saquon over Gibby. I mean, it's arguable. Look, you can't come in and say like one's like, can't believe you like Gibby over Saquon, or I can't believe you like Saquon over Gibby. It's arguable. But Sindhu, I'd probably rather have. I don't know. They're very close. Very close. I mean, I could argue either one. I'd probably go Gibby. I don't know. I mean, Saquon's. I hate the offense, bro. I hate the offense, man. Do I like Elijah Moore even with Garrett Wilson? Yeah. I mean, there's obviously a reason to be a little concerned. Devontae plus Waller on your team. Yeah. It doesn't concern me when you're talking about a 5th and a 2nd. If it was like a 2nd and a 3rd, or a 1st and a 2nd, but I don't care if they're on the same team. Doesn't bother me at all. Waller could have a bad game and it's not going to take my team down. Adams could do bad and Waller could do good. It's not going to take my team down. They're spread out pretty good. You know what I mean? I think you do have a point if like, let's say you take Tyreek, or let's say you take trying to pinpoint Mixon and Chase or something, then yeah, you're potentially, although it's a potent offense, so like how many weeks are you really going to be disappointed? But you know, I don't know if I go after Mixon and Chase, to be honest. I don't love that stack. That's not a stack I'm like trying to attack. But I don't care about a Waller and Adams. They're spread out, bro. You know, you could argue that Waller was my 6.1, you know, 6th rounder and Adams 2nd. Not too worried about that. It's a good observation. It's definitely a good topic. When is a stack concerning? Let's go from the 7 spot. Dropping a link. Boom. Boomage. See if Cuddy, if you T-Bone, if you get in here, please take it seriously. No crazy draft picks, okay? Oliver. Nobody screw up the mock, please. Eckler, I mean, it's arguable. Eckler's going to have a good year. Herbert's going to ball. This team's going to blow up. Najee, 1.3. You got to like that when Eckler goes 2, because now you got a shot at Najee, or you could go with the wide receivers. Cuddy, come on. Swift's okay here, Cuddy. Just okay, Cup. A lot. Cuddy, attaboy. Attaboy, Cuddy. I'm up. Oh man, this is like my worst nightmare. I know. I like Swift. I'm going Swift. Swift's my number 7. Like if this is my worst case scenario, like all of my top 6 guys gone, I don't mind this. So now I can say my top 7 guys. I think I can comfortably say Swift now completes my top 7. I don't think I have to say, well, my top 6 are gone. What do I do? Okay, I wait. I think now I say When my top 7 are gone and Swift being a part of that, then I'm feeling like, do I go Lamb? Do I go Adams? Do I go, like, what do I do? I don't like, I hate the A pick if everything goes to plan. And when I say plan, I mean best player available to me. No Javonte, not at 1.7, Luke. And the reason I can say that, even though I think he could be the top 3 running back, is you got to play the ADP game to your advantage. And if you do enough leagues, you'll be fine, not owning somebody. Like, that's where you get in trouble, Luke, is when you force a player, when you say, well, I like him. Like, if you play in enough leagues, you'll find that player in another draft, bro. Don't force it. Like, you should be playing in enough leagues that you can avoid reaching on players just because you have to own them. You got to be disciplined. If you're disciplined, not drafting based on ADP, drafting around ADP, manipulating ADP, if you don't use that to your advantage and become disciplined, you're not going to be able to capitalize on all the potential opportunities that are in front of you. Oh, God. I hate this. I mean, Hill's like the best. It's so hard to pass on him, though. Let's just draft him. I just, every time I draft him, I verbally, say that I fear let down with him, but it's really hard to pass on him here. It just is. I mean, it's very balanced. You got playmakers galore there. Swift and Hill. I mean, speedster, guys that are going to pull in a bunch of receptions. If you really like a player, what percentage of your team are you willing to draft? I don't put all my eggs in one basket for anybody except for, like Rachaad White's, who you're getting so late it doesn't matter. Tony Pollard's, you're getting super late. If I drafted like at the 11 and 12 and 10 spot in every single league, and I had 10 leagues, let's say, I could see myself putting a lot of Javonte. I could see myself overdoing the Javonte shares. I could see it, and I'd be fine with it. If Javonte doesn't work out the way that I think he will, I'm okay with it. I'm okay losing in that league. I'm okay being wrong to an extreme degree and having a really, sad year because because when you have a gut feeling as strongly as I have about Javonte and ETN, for that matter, ETN, I'm gonna double up on a lot of ETN shares. You can have a really good year too. So you have to be careful when you put all your eggs in one basket. You have to be calculated, and you have to be okay with it if it doesn't work out. Like if Javonte doesn't work out, I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to be mad about it because it's logical. He passes the eye test. What's up, Niner by Nature in the building? Says Debo, that like button. Appreciate you being here. Probably still the highest super chatter on the year sum total for January until now. So I always appreciate Niner by Nature walking in here. It's my honor. It's my honor, Niner by Nature. You love Rachaad White FX. I do too. I'm grabbing him everywhere. But does it make sense what I'm saying? Like, just because I love Javonte doesn't mean I'm going to take him at 3. You could say, but if you think he'll finish there, you should take him there. If I played one league, maybe. But when you play in enough leagues, it allows you to become disciplined and say, Javonte's not going to be on my team in this league, and I'm okay with that. I'm going to have enough teams drafting at 10, 11, 12, where I can reach for him in the first round there if I want to ensure I get him. I'm going to be fine. I don't need to capitalize on owning him. I'm drafting a lot of some of the same players tonight. So I'm going to try and mix it up a little bit. Like the guys I'm contemplating here, Gibson, but I don't want to go Gibby again. Kyle Pitts, I don't want to go Kyle Pitts again. I'm going to go DK. I haven't drafted a lot of DK shares tonight. I love DK Metcalf in the 3.7 to 4.7 range. Absolutely love it. I don't care. This whole, he doesn't have a quarterback. It's baked in. It's pretty much
Baked in, boys!
baked right into the risk is baked right into the bun. If you know what I mean. ETN, as right here, we're going to talk ETN up a little bit. We did on the first stream, and then we had to come back. ETN to the moon. I mean, it is ETN
To the moon.
season. ETN is going to drop fire in 2022. ETN is one of my favorite picks. I just hope that we are letting him fall far enough. Where did he go in this draft? Did he not go yet? Okay. If he didn't, that's good. Now media is just going to take him. It's good that he didn't go yet because I want him to have fourth round value as long as possible. Navage, we'll probably do one more. Hey, media, I want to say thank you for making ETN your second drafted of the two so that we could keep his ADP in the fourth round. Thank you very much. Really do actually appreciate that. Because we move ADPs. We do so many mock drafts on the show during mock draft season. Like we did like 7 last night. We're doing like 5 to 7 tonight. And then you guys take a lot of this knowledge and awesome drafting that you guys do because you draft very well, in my opinion. I know we look a little bit like off base to normal populations out there because we're a little bit, I think, ahead of the curve on guys like ETN and in liking DK when people doubt him and drafting Walker too high because we're all excited about him. And then there he goes at 4.4. I think we're an amazing group of drafters, and we move mountains when it comes to ADP data. That sounds arrogant, but that's okay, because you guys rock, and you guys are the ones moving it. It's not just me. This team's looking pretty good right about now. I mean, God, I keep drafting Gibby. But what am I going to do? I can't force a bad pick, and there really were only two players I was looking at right there. Todd says it's only arrogant when it's not true. True. I mean, it's not that it's all me. I'm not saying that, but we do so many mock, it's a fact. We do so many mock drafts. We move ADP data, and we're in a sense, here I am ripping on T-Bone, but we are a reaching community. We do a lot of reach arounds. We do a lot of reach arounds up into ADP data. Can I really be that, upset with Cuddy reaching when literally he learns it on this channel? Not to mention, Cuddy, you reached on Andrews, but you still have a really good squad, and you're on pace to do. You're on the clock right now. You're about to time out. Oh my God! I was literally about to give Cuddy some amazing props. Cuddy, you reached on Andrews, but it's a phenomenal team. Cup, Andrews, Breece Hall. I love your Breece Hall pick. Absolutely love it, Cuddy. Absolutely love it. What are you doing? It's like this guy Cuddy. I love you, T-Bone, but it's like you're like my Uncle Bob that used to come over. He'd fix one thing for Mom. Okay, come over. Mom would have him come from New York. He'd fly in. He'd fix one thing and break two things. Then he'd fix one thing and break two things. And he'd end up leaving with more things broken than when he showed up. You are like Uncle Bob. You do two good things and you break three. Double tight end? What are you doing? This never works. This double tight end thing where people go, here's where the comment comes in. I'm going to use him as a flex. Cuddy, don't screw with the mock on this. Don't do something crazy with this, or I will block you. Stop messing the mock up. I can't complain about the Kyler Murray pick, even if it feels like, you could argue that pick. But Cuddy, what are you doing with Waller, bro? Uncle Bob needs a soundbite, says Sleeper. He does. Burrow, that's a great pick. Man, I was really hoping Burrow was going to fall to me. You sniped me, bro. I'm going to time out. I've been taking Hollywood Brown so much. I definitely am repeating myself tonight, and I don't like that. I like doing a little bit of diverse drafting. But, Hollywood's he's a really, really good third receiver. Like, really good. I'm going to be mad because I'm going to find out somebody fell that I didn't have time. I was yelling at Cuddy. He passed on Burrow for Kyler. Yeah, but you know what? I'm going to take what I can get from Cuddy right now. And, at least Kyler was a reasonable, arguable pick. You could argue it. So we're going to let him go on that one, but I don't understand. Adam, Samuel, Akers, Etienne, Judy. I'm not a huge fan of Akers, so that's what throws me off, but I love the Etienne pick. I like Judy. I don't know if I like Judy in the 5th round, but I like Judy. I like Judy a lot. He's just got a little risk, Diggs, Henry, Waddle, Barkley, Hawkinson. You can argue that's a really underrated team there. Cook, Mixon, Allen, Jackson, Sutton. Sutton's a bit early for me. Arguable, I suppose, but way early for me. Lamb, Antonio, and A.J. Brown, Pitts, Walker, Elliott. Okay, I like that. I don't love the Elliott pick, but that value, why not? I mean, I understand. I love Walker as, a sneaky good running back one for you, so I like that, the no running back approach. McCaffrey, Javonte felt pretty good. Deontay, I don't like that pick too much. I think he's a 4th round player, and even then I'm questioning it a little bit. So I don't like Deontay in the 3rd round at all. Monty in the 4th round is pretty good. Godwin, I don't like that pick at all. So your two wide receivers I don't like at all. Godwin might not even be ready, bro, and he's coming off of that ACL. Nah, no way for me. Swift, Hill, Metcalf, Gibby, Hollywood Brown. I love it. I was really hoping that Pats fan wasn't going to take Burrow here. Chase, Chubb, Higgins, Connor, Burrow, very, very solid. Higgins a tad early, but you know what? It works. It's a very well-balanced, good team. You're okay. You're allowed to have a reach. You're allowed to have one reach in the first 5 rounds. One reach, Cuddy. Jefferson, Kelsey, Mahomes, McLaurin, Mitchell. If you grab both, and I know everyone's going to say you can't consume 3 running backs for one spot, but yes, you can. And in this case, you would have to. LP, if you did this and you took Sermon and you took Davis Price, you would have a really strong shot. Kupp, Andrews, Hall, love the first 3 picks, actually. Andrews is too early, but still, one reach is okay. This Waller pick was, I don't know if you slipped and hit your head on the keyboard or what, but you got back a little bit on track with Kyler, although Burrow over Kyler. Harris, Evans, Herbert, DJ Moore, Dalton Schultz is still going too early. Guys, I'm talking Dalton Schultz up, but every time I almost feel like I can't even talk a guy up anymore because he was going in the 6th, 7th round, even on our channel, like clockwork. And I do 1 or 2 videos on Dalton Schultz, and now we're drafting a 5.3. We're ruining his ADP. Just ruining it. He can earn this, but he can earn this. I love him. Nobody say, but he could be good. I know he'll be good. He's my number 3 tight end, but 5.3, we've never had to pay that value. You don't have to pay that in the real world. So be careful out there. It's dangerous when you're reaching. Eckler, Aaron Jones, Leonard Fournette, Pittman, Mike Williams. I don't know if I like the last 3 picks, pal. But, I could get behind the first two. I don't know. Fournette, Pittman, and Mike Williams. I like Mike Williams, too. But I just feel like all three of those, it's a little bit of dangerous territory there. JT, Kamara, Josh Allen, Kittle. I don't love JK, but at that value, it's okay. But if you were to get like I don't know who I would have liked more there. I mean, there weren't a lot of options left that feel like that's good. JK's okay there. I like your team, though. Top 4 team. That spot's a real good spot. All right, let's go one more. I'm going to go from the 1 spot. Have I gone from the 1 spot today? I don't know if I have. I gone for the 2. And if I have, I don't care. Okay. Jump in. Oh. Yeah, if you do take Fournette, you got to take Rachaad White. But I'd rather just take a different player instead of Fournette and then take Rachaad White anyway. If you know what I'm saying. LP, you are up. Terry's in the 3 spot. Media in the 4. Jimmy in the 5. Avi in the 6. Stiddy in the 7. Navage. Carrick. Herbert, Cuddy, Wolf, a lot of the same guys. Did Oliver got in? Oliver, did you get in? Taylor, Najee, Jamar Chase, Cooper Kupp, Jimmy is on the clock. Scott's out of here. Scott, appreciate you, pal. Sorry if you didn't get in, if that's you leaving because you're mad about it or if you're just leaving because it's late. Appreciate you, Scott. Oliver, DM me on Instagram. Scott, if you wanted to get in and you couldn't, DM me on Instagram. Oliver is a fantasy football show for life. Oliver, DM me on IG. Scott, DM me on IG. I'm going to send some of you guys the link. I can't promise I'll see your DM. All right, Cuddy. Come on, Cuddy. Okay, Cuddy, I like it. Lamb. Here comes Uncle Bob. Uncle Bob just fixed the thermostat. Now he's stepping on the coffee table to do so. He's stepping on the coffee table to unscrew a light bulb. Boom. His foot goes through the glass table. Uncle Bob tried to unscrew the light bulb. Smashed the coffee table. That's what he'd do. Uncle Bob would come over. He literally fixed the thermostat, stand on the glass coffee table to fix a light bulb that my mom wanted fixed, smashed the coffee table, through the coffee table. There goes Uncle Bob. Fixes the light bulb as he's cleaning up the coffee table, takes the broken glass, slices the couch on the way to the trash can. That's Uncle Bob. That's Cuddy when he's drafting. Impresses me 1 minute and then slices the couch the next minute. Cuddy, I want 5 straight impressive picks. I want you to step up and okay, and I'm fine with that. Henry shouldn't have fallen probably that far, and you got him. So I like this. I like what we're seeing, Cuddy. Keep it going. Keep it going, Uncle Bob. Keep it going, bro. Oh, I mean, Uncle Bob, would he destroy everything? He'd leave and like literally, okay, I'll see you later and see you next year, Uncle Bob. House is on fire as he's leaving. Just get this guy to the airport as fast as possible before he destroys everything. Oh. Same guys, it's an inside job. What's that mean, Andrew? DM me, Andrew, if you want in. Is that what you're saying? Who is this? Who DM me? You aren't telling me who you are. If you DM me and you want in, let me know who you are on YouTube so I know what the DM's about. I have hundreds of DMs sitting here. Okay, so Kelsey's gone. Oh, God, you guys are snipers, man. Brees Hall. Mike Evans. That's a lot. It's really early for Mike Evans. In a real world, some other wide receiver is going to fall there. You guys in Snipe City. I don't hate the pick. I just don't love Mike Evans at 3.1. But Godwin's out for a while. He's not going to be back to form. So I do kind of feel like Evans can work out. I am driving up Brees Hall's value, Brian. You are correct about that. I don't hide from that. I don't hide from that. But Brees Hall deserves this value. Brees Hall could, like, here's the thing. Brees Hall could be the Najee Harris, meaning he could double in value, bro. Yeah, I'll send you a link, Luke. I appreciate you DMing me and let me know who it was. Who is this? Oh, okay, that's Oliver. I'm sorry. You had all those weird letters. I couldn't read it. Oliver. Okay, Oliver, I'll send you the link. Luke, I'll send you the link. Don't worry. Don't worry, broskies. I got you. Hopefully this will let me do this. In progress. This draft. Okay, so I came back in time. Okay, so let me send you guys this link. In this draft, I'm taking the 11th spot. Oliver, here it comes. Jump in. Who is this? Michael. Okay, Michael, here it comes. Oliver, I sent it to you. Luke, here it comes. There you go, Luke. Cuddy's up. Okay, Cuddy, you know what? I'm not going to complain about that. 3.11. You want to go Mahomes? I'm fine with it. Cuddy, this is the best team you've drafted yet. This is the best team you drafted yet. Okay, I'm done sending links. No problem. Appreciate you guys. Links have all been sent. I'm not checking anymore, so apologize if you wanted in. Cuddy took McLaurin. You know, it's a little early, but I still love McLaurin. So, you know what, Cuddy? I'm going to Smitty approve your team so far across the board. Even if there's like a little reach on the McLaurin, I still like it. I still like McLaurin a lot. He still has top 10 wide receiver potential. I hate his quarterback. It's the best quarterback he's had in a while. I'm going to Smitty approve your team, Cuddy. I think you've learned a lot in one live stream. That is a really, really good team.
You've just
Don't let me down in round 5. this is a really good team. Cuddy, you at the end of this, you might be in my top 3 teams. Very proud of you. Just hit that home run at that 5.11. I'm not going to even help you. I want you to do this on your own. I think I'm waking up Miss Mitty. I get kind of loud, especially when I'm yelling at Cuddy. You know, sometimes Miss Mitty says that, you know, that if I'm like yelling at a guy named Robert over and over, she'll like the next day be like, that's what's Robert kept me up all night screaming at me, Robert. You yelling at Robert all night kept me up. Sorry, Miss Mitty. Sorry. Oh, who am I going here? Why you guys gotta snipe Burrow so early? I would have definitely liked to have drafted Burrow. I like Schultz better, but I'm not going to reach for Schultz here and ruin his ADP. But still decent. You know, Waller at 5.1, 4.12, it's a little early, but you guys are sniping the heck out of everybody. I keep rolling with Hollywood Brown too, but I don't know that I like. I mean, Amari Cooper is okay here. I don't like this team all that much. I'm not a super big fan of it. If Cuddy doesn't go Mahomes, he's a good team. Mahomes is still a good pick there, though. I mean, you can argue that you don't like early quarterback, but I mean, it's still a really decent pick there. You know, I like it. What he can get at 5.11 and Mahomes, you could flip it and say, okay, well maybe you got Connor, or maybe you got, you know, I probably would have taken ETN personally, but it might work out for him. It's still a good pick. His team's still good there. We'll see what Cuddy does with this next pick. Don't tell him, but I'm 50-50, you know, wondering if it's going to work out. We'll see. Let's see if Cuddy can make the top 3. Let's see if Cuddy can make the top 3. I don't like my team on this. I don't even give myself a top 5 ranking. It's good. It's good. I don't know. I don't like Cooper. I don't like the Waller pick. You guys sniped the heck out of everybody. I almost went like Judy or, you know, Jacobs. Rashad White. Stiddy, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? What are you doing with Rashad White in the fifth round? Why can't I click on that? That was just the ADP. Like, if I was ever going to write this up on the fantasyfootballshow.com in an article, it's a pick like that makes it an unrepairable write-up. Like, I can no longer write it up on the show, bro. This was a perfect mock draft. You took Rashad White in the 5th round, who's a sleeper of mine, but he's like double-digit redraft sleeper. Like, double-digit round sleeper, bro. 5.7, what are you doing? What are you doing? Dalton Schultz, it's a reach, but you know, Cuddy, my boy, I'm gonna come back to your team. Debo, Diggs, ETN, Walker, Dobbins. I like it a lot. Wolf, you're in the top 5. McCaffrey, Cook, Higgins, Fournette, Sutton. That's borderline top 16. Adams, Mixon, Monty, Connor. I don't like the stack of the running backs. It doesn't benefit you enough to be foregoing wide receiver talent, in my opinion. I'd much rather have, you know, ETN over Monty anyway. That's just my personal opinion. But you know, it's not a bad team. I just don't know that I love the build, and I'm sure you feel differently. You're toying around with ideas. It's fine. It's mock drafting. Swift, Hill, Pitts, Barkley, Hollywood. Navage is probably top 5. Javonte. Team 7 was doing so good until this Rashad White pick. They left the draft. I don't know. They were ashamed of the Rachaad White pick, maybe. I don't know. But literally, probably my favorite team up to that point. And then that's a huge mistake. Like, you lose a big player, a big gun, you know, a big opportunity. Like, I love Rachaad White, but he is a double-digit round sleeper for a reason, or like 9th round, something like that. This team would have been the number 1 team. Avi's got Eckler, Kamara, Herbert, DJ Moore, Jacobs. If you're watching Team 7, you did good, though. Pat yourself on the back for those first 4 picks. I just don't know what you were thinking on the Rachaad White thing. Speak up if it's you. Is that Fantasy Dog? Fantasy Dog, was that you? Maybe it was Fantasy Dog. If it was Fantasy Dog, he said slip of the key, the mouse. You can't slip to the 10th round to draft Rachaad White, bro. Nice try. Nice try, bro. Eckler, Kamara, Herbert, Moore, Jacobs. I mean, look, Kamara works out. You're in the top 5, buddy. Jefferson. Oh, he was just saying slip of the keyboard. FX says, I think it was an accident. You can't accidentally fall down to the 10th round of players and draft them. Jefferson, Chubb, Andrews, Burrow, Judy. Like that. That's good. It's a good team. Top 5. I think we're out of top 5 spots, but that's top 5. Kupp, Aaron Jones, Gibby, Deontay Pittman. Yeah, I like it, but a lot of tough teams here. I don't know if we could crack the top 5 there. Chase, AJ Brown, Metcalf, Akers, Mitchell. You secure up the San Francisco trio just to be safe. If Akers works out, I mean, Terry, it's all in the running backs, but if the running backs deliver, you're going to ball. Harris, Kelsey, Keenan, Jackson, Elliott. It's good. Taylor, Hall, Evans, Waller, Cooper. I don't like my team, to be honest. I don't think I'm in the top 5 or 6. And back to Cuddy. Cuddy's got Lamb. If Henry works out, Cuddy, you have a top 3 team. Congratulations, Cuddy. Guys, we'll do one more. Please let others jump in. If you want to jump in, just count to 10 or something. And then if someone can't get in after waiting 10 seconds, then, you know, I'm going to go from this 2 spot. If you count to 10, if you've been doing them over and over, please count to 10 and just wait. And let others try and get in. Thank you, T-Bone. Cuddy's going to let someone else grab his spot that he usually gets. FX got in. Attaboy, FX. Look at you guys. You guys are polite. You actually did it. I don't see a lot of people. Wolf's jumping in and out of all of them, though. Look, we got some new names, thank God. Attaboy. I'm proud of a lot of you. Everybody but Wolf hung back. Wolf came running in. Cuddy, appreciate you. Great job on that team, man. Top 3 team. Thank you for not messing with the draft, too. Top 3 team, Cuddy, in that last draft. T-Bone. T-Bone's the man. Oh, yeah. We got 2 drafts. Okay. I forgot about this one. This one's with Luke, Oliver. Okay, let me send this one out, too. We'll do 2 drafts at the same time. I like that. Okay, there you go. There's draft number 2. If you missed out on that, Cuddy, you can jump on this one too. This one right here. We're going to fill it up and then we're going to go. Thank you, media, for reminding me. I appreciate that. So this is draft number 2. We'll do 2 of them at the same time. I'm drafting from the 11 here. I'm drafting from the 2 here. All right, I'm starting this draft. Boom. Havoc is on the clock. JT. Your boy Smitty's going to go with a wide receiver. I'm going to go JJ. This draft is full. I'm going to start this draft. Boom. Luke is on the clock. Switch back to draft number 1. It went JT. It went Jefferson to me. Kupp. Najee. John is on the clock. John FF Nomads is on the clock. John, who you taking, pal? Sebastian's on deck. Luke is going to time out. Luke wanted to get in here. I sent Luke a DM. And Luke's going to time out. Luke, bro. Smitty, can I get in? Luke. You timed out. Turn off your auto draft under Q. You timed out, bro. Come on, Luke. FXJ taking Eckler at the 9 pick. Lamb going 10. Adams 11. Pats fan takes Diggs at the 12. Who's he getting at the bookend? Debo, okay. It went Cook. It went Taylor because Luke timed out. Luke, you screwed up the mock, pal. Dalvin Cook, number 1. Javonte and Lamb. I love it, Carrick. I love it. Adams and Mixon, Diggs and Samuel, Eckler and Swift. Swift falls to 2.4 a lot. Know that. Cook and Chubb. I'm on the clock over here. I'm on the clock. Who do I take? I just can't. I can't resist taking Javonte here. I can't even let him fall to the. Got a lot of reaching going on. Our channel's reaching. We got a lot of screaming and yelling. Adams. I'm almost on the clock here. My bad. Needed to redeem myself. The Cook pick, yeah, you do. You do. Luke, undo your auto pick. You're still gonna be. You don't want to time out the second pick. Click on Q and undo your auto pick. Check toggle. Okay. Who am I? Diggs, Debo. I'll go. I'm almost up here. Okay, so let me review this real quick. I got Javonte and Diggs. Adams and Lamb went at the 12 and 2.1. Okay, I'm going to switch back to the first draft. We're getting close to my pick here. Did Luke turn off? There, Luke, you're off auto draft. Attaboy. Redeem yourself from that Cook debacle from the 1 pick, bro. I swear, we can't use any one of these mock drafts as a write-up. Because there's something jacked up on them. It's okay. Go double wide receiver. Make queue him up in case I gotta go double wide. No problem, Terry. Okay, Taylor, Kelsey, Herbert. Very solid. Do I go Aaron Jones here? Do I go Aaron Jones here or do I go ETN? Let's go ETN. I'm going to go ETN early. 3.2. It's early. But I want to get my guy. I've got 2 receivers I love. I want to have a team I completely love across the board. And ETN might be a little early at 3.2. I'm doing exactly what I told you guys not to do. Take a lap for me. I'll take the lap on this one.
Take a lap.
But I don't want to force anything. I almost took Aaron Jones. This draft's going slow. This is like a snail draft right here. This one's already... Pitts, Cup, Hill. Interesting, Raw Dog. Jefferson, AJ Brown, ETN. Taylor, Kelsey, Herbert. Wolf, Scott, Harris, Brees Hall, Barkley. I like it. We'll see what you do at wide receiver, though. Henry, Andrews, Keenan Allen. Chase, Kamara, Aaron Jones. That's good. McCaffrey, Josh Allen, and Evans. I like that a lot. Nice job. Cuddy's got Harris, Aaron Jones. I like it. Pick someone good here, bro. Don't be grabbing like Jerry Jeudy here or something, who I like, but I'm gonna grab Traylon Burks or something. Cuddy impressed me. Cuddy, twice in a row. Aaron Jones over ETN, that's preference, bro. McLaurin, it's early, bro. It's okay, Cuddy. It's fine, but that is early. McLaurin's a 4th rounder. In a very risky but good 4th rounder, I might add. But he's a 4th rounder, not a top of the 3rd. Watch how far he falls in this draft, bro. Waddle's a steal at 4.2 chicken nuggets. I like that. I don't know that. Yeah, the team's good. I love the 4.2 pick though. Pats fans got Diggs, Debo, Monty, Connor. Yeah. It's hard to be like extremely excited about Monty and Connor, but they could deliver. Carrick's got Lamb, Javonte, DK, Walker. Probably my favorite team so far, Carrick. I love it. FX has got Eckler, Swift, Higgins, Mahomes. I love that too. Cook, Chubb, Deontay, Lamar. Lamar's a little early. McCaffrey, Josh Allen, Evans, McLaurin. See, McLaurin's going in the 4.6 range, bro. Cuddy. Love this 11 and 12 pick. There's always somebody there I love. It's fantastic. Absolutely love it. I'm on the clock here. I'm going to go Breece Hall here. Okay, I'm going to be on the clock in both drafts. A little bit nerve-wracking here. Oh, I'm on the clock in both drafts. I think I know what I want in the other draft, so I'm just going to go over here. Okay, let's see. Go Kenneth Walker here. Okay, that's early, but that's fine. I like the team. Over here, I'm going to time out. Oh, jeez. Cooper, tight end, quarterback. Oh my God, I'm going to time out. I didn't have enough time. I was on the clock in both. What if I went Jacobs? Oh, I want to throw up. He's not bad here. He's not bad here. I just don't love it. I hate. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this squad. Jefferson. It's hard to go wide receiver in the 2 pick. Even though it makes sense and it's the best player available, it makes it hard. Like if the players don't fall, it can really make it difficult to field the team you want. It truly can. I hate going Cooper here. I hate going Cooper here. I hate it. So, love this team. Javonte, Diggs, Hall, Walker. Don't really love this team. I've drafted back-to-back teams from the 1 and the 2 pick that I don't really love. So, I don't like forcing things. And in both cases, I'm forcing. Like, I forced Jefferson. I should have just taken Najee. I'd have done that. It would have put me in a position of like, okay, now I don't have to force, ETN early, even though I like ETN there. It's just a tough. The wide receiver at 2 is tough. It's a lot tougher than it looks. I'll be right back. All right, we're going to go with one more. We're going to go 10-second. Super flex 2 QB redraft, 10 seconds, and we're gonna make it 7 rounds. Oh God, I'm gonna time out. Gosh, dang it. I timed out. Okay, we're not going to review the teams on this. We're going to move on. Superflex. Superflex 2 QB. So let me edit the top there. 2 QB. Okay, guys. Again, Superflex. I can't emphasize enough. 2 QB. Go. Thanks, media. Appreciate you. Later, Oliver. Later, T-Bone. Cuddy. Appreciate you, Cuddy. Thanks for having thick skin and taking constructive criticism in a way that made you a better drafter tonight, pal. In my opinion. It's all about being patient. Later, pal. It's all right, Pats fan. Turn off auto draft, though. Later, Luke. Appreciate you, Luke. Cooper Cup, 1.9. Superflex is tough. Got so much you got to worry about. People start panicking on quarterbacks. Some people don't draft a quarterback at all. They keep heading down that rabbit hole. Jimmy, turn off your auto. Terry Roberts, turn off your auto. It's tough. 10 seconds is tough. No shame in getting auto picked. All right, I better start preparing. If you don't have guys pre-ranked, you really will get screwed because there's no way to be prepared. It is really tough. Carrick. I'm going to go with Javante. Avi. Wait, I was going to take Swift. I knew you were going to take him, though. Camaro. Okay. Do I take Diggs or Debo? Let's go Diggs. That's what I love about the 1 or 2 pick overall, guys, is if you end up going, if you've got a 1, 2, or a 3 pick, or 4 pick, let's call it Josh Allen, Herbert, Burrow, Mahomes. If you get one of those top 4 picks, you usually have people freaking out about quarterback in round 2, and then not too many players get taken. Not too many non-quarterbacks get taken. And so in the 2 and 3 round range, you can clean up because you start getting back to a normal draft. So if you look at my pick, for example, Javonte and Diggs are exactly what you would get at like pick 11 and 14. So if I had the 11 pick or the 12 pick, who would my team be? It'd be Williams, Javonte Williams and Diggs. It would be Swift and Debo or whatever. If you have a top 3 pick, then yeah, it froze for me too, Terry. I had to refresh it. If you have a top 3 or 4 pick and you get one of those quarterbacks, you start off in the second round as if it was the first round in a normal draft. It's absolutely crazy to look at when you look at it. Some teams you're going to look at and go, I don't like the way they had to force quarterback. And then you look at the pick 1 and the pick 2 overall and kind of the pick 3 because he did it a little bit different. He took Taylor and then got Brady. These look like teams that have first and second round draft picks on top of the quarterback. It's really awesome. The grip of players I still love. What quarterbacks are available? Man, Watson, it's so tough to know where to take Watson right now. It really is. ETN, I wanted ETN. Go Jalen Waddle. It's almost the 5th round. That's pretty good. You got no wide receivers, Avi. That's why I took him. I knew McLaurin will be going to you. Kirk Cousins. It'd be Gibby or Walker here. I'm going to go Gibby just for now. I normally would, want to take Walker, but I'm not going to force his ADP up. Gibby's a fantastic running back, too, in this scenario. So is Waddle and Diggs as far as wide receiver 1 and 2 for me. Wolf taking the gamble on Watson. I mean, it could work out. Could work out, my man. We've been live for 2 hours. Almost. What's up, Double A? Never have to apologize, bro. Plus, you can always rewatch. Not a biggie. What's up, Elite? OG Elite. Appreciate you being here. Stream's been good. We've been here for 2 hours. This is our last one. Luke, appreciate you. We got 43 people still in here. Please punch the thumbs up. It helps the channel a ton. I gotta stretch this draft out here. Super flex and we're doing 10 seconds. It's hard. It's hard, broskies. Only got the one quarterback. I don't know. Go Dalton. Should I force quarterback here? Here's the draft. Avi, Herbert, Swift, Kamara, McLaurin, Cousins, Cooper, Mike Williams. I like it. Josh Allen, Javonte, Diggs, Waddle, Gibby, Schultz, Trevor Lawrence. I mean, I know we're all biased toward our own teams, and I think I'm pretty objective. I admit I had 2 back-to-back drafts before these two, before this one, that I didn't love. I wasn't in the top 5 in those 2 drafts, in my opinion. I just didn't like my teams. I tried something new, didn't work. That's what mock drafting is all about. But I admit I had 2 very bad drafts in a row, to my liking. But this team right here, I haven't looked at all the squads yet, but I venture to say I like my squad the best. Josh Allen, Javonte, Diggs, Waddle, Gibby, Schultz, Lawrence. Jonathan Taylor, Brady, Debo, Etienne, Fournette, Moore, Zach Wilson. I'd say you're a top 5 team. Mahomes, Cook, Mixon, Pittman, Carr, Dobbins, Godwin. Solid. Harris, Adams, Hall, Metcalf, Watson, Jones, Winston. I don't know about this triple stat. I mean, you kind of have to. Watson, you're taking a gamble on Watson. If it doesn't work out, you get 2 quarterbacks. But I don't like any of these 3. Like, you could get screwed completely across the board on all 3. But I love your first 4 picks, but it comes at a cost of not having a quarterback in a super flex. So if Watson works out, you're golden. If Watson works out, you're a top 6 team. If Watson doesn't work out, I think it's going to be hard for you to recover, even though you feel like you have big guns. It's just going to be hard for you to compete. Burrow, Kelsey, Hill, Barkley, Monty, Hollywood, Tannehill. Very good. Top 6 team. We're running out of top 6 teams. Kyler Murray, Derrick Henry, Keenan Allen, Hawkinson. I don't know about Hawkinson in the 4th round in a non-QB draft, John. So Hawkinson at 4.6 in a regular draft is a reach. You're definitely reaching for Hawkinson in a 2 QB. Connor, not bad, but I think that hurt you there. Jackson, Lamb, Stafford, Higgins, Mitchell, Waller, Clyde, Kupp, Hurts, Aaron Jones, Evans. Pretty good. I like that. It's crafty. D-Bone. Jimmy, Eckler, Russell, Aaron Rodgers, A.J. Brown, Kittle, Elliott. Yeah, that could be borderline top 6. Terry's got McCaffrey, Chase, Andrews, Lance, Walker, Field. Actually, Terry, you timed out, but I don't know if you drafted this team or you came back and continued on. But pretty good, bro. I mean, that's a good team. Terry, you're top 5. Havoc as Jefferson, Prescott, Chubb, Pitts, Akers, Deontay. That's crafty. Did you come back and take over, or was that all auto picking, Terry? You can take back over control. You know, once you auto pick, just you got to uncheck that box. Where have you been, Noah? Noah hasn't been here in forever. In his first statement, one more snotty. Unbelievable. The man has been missing for so long, and he comes marching back in. And one more snotty. And of course, I mean, are you guys roommates or what? Because neither one of you have been here for ages, and you both show up at the same time. You guys are roommates. You know you are. Admit it. You're roommates, bro. You're roommates. There's no way both you're the roommates, or you're both people, Noah. Because you showed up at the exact same time. You've both been missing this entire last 6 months. Crazy. That's it, people. I am out of here. Yeah, they've got to be like brothers. Mom fell asleep. You guys finally got control of the internet. You dialed up. Here you are. One more. No, it's 2 hours of mock drafting, bro. Avi, appreciate you. We're live every Monday through Friday. That means tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, your boy Smitty will be here. Same bat time as normal on the same bat channel. YouTube.com/fantasyfootballshow. Tomorrow we should have a lot of news. Tomorrow we're going to break down all that. If any breaking news pops off way before first appearance in a year, and you're going to do us like that. I've been mock drafting for 2 hours, bro. You should have had your notifications turned on. I've been here for 2. What more can I do besides mock draft for 2 hours? Show me a channel out there that's done like 16 mock drafts in one night. Give me a break. See you all tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, on the channel daily. And I reply to every comment on my channel. And I go live whenever there's breaking news, even outside of the 7 p.m. show. So I'll see you tomorrow, maybe earlier than 7 p.m., maybe not. This show's a big fan of you, Terry. People are going to wake up in the morning and wonder why Antonio Brown's ADP is moved, why Dalton Schultz now lives in the 3rd round. We got some explaining to do. A lot of it's Cuddy's fault, but goodness gracious.